They're all jacked up.
Tell you right now, it's a lot easier than that Camaro tank.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Couple classics. 64, 71. This is a 71 Chevelle, guys. This is going to be kind of the first video on it. This will be our first start video, hopefully. We're going to see where we get. But this video, we're going to be mounting a power steering pump, doing some spark plug wires. But check this thing out, man. All original, no rust. Well, not all original. No rust. No quarters, no extra metal, nothing in this thing, which is great for a car, starter car. Pop up in here. We got all this taped off because we painted underneath the engine bay. This interior is in great shape. We just got parts in it right now. But I think I got some pics, so I'll pop them in right here. And anyway, so yeah, we're gonna get the power steering pump mounted in this video. But yeah, anyway, so we're gonna get the power steering pump mounted in this video. And we'll see where this goes. God, you can't talk, you're afraid to touch it. So yeah, pretty much we're gonna get the power steering pump mounted in this video, do some spark plug wires, other odds and ends, see what we need, and try to get this thing to bark to life. We got a gas tank for it. I can't remember where it is. Wherever Tony, oh, it's over there. So yeah, that thing's pretty clean. We just got to put some caps on. Someone made it into like a race tank, so they had like AN fittings on them. This thing's gonna have a brand new front brake kit, discs in the front. We'll just keep the drums in the rear. We got all brand new brake lines, new master, everything. So hang tight. We're gonna dive into this thing and hopefully hear it bark to life in the next few days. We'll see what happens. All right, so we're gonna be putting this ICT billet pulley kit on here, or the bracket. It's all billet. I think it was like 34 bucks, so I don't know how you can beat that. Tony's in the back there looking for a nut for our power steering pump pulley, because they gave us a new pump but no nut, so that's great. So we're gonna try to get this stuff together here. All right, so we're trying to mount this pump in here, and this bracket has to go to this actual front like boss on the actual water pump. And here looks like it says it's threaded, but that's not the case. Tony says it's always been a nut and bolt through the actual water pump. So he's back there in the bucket of bolts looking for something. So we're gonna see if we find something. And
I actually think I have it here, Rudy. You want to try this?
Tony might have found it. Let's check it out.
Does that fit the hole good? It might be a little thick, or is it too thin? I mean,
It fits it pretty good.
okay.
I'm just gonna see with this spacer and stuff if it is long, if it's too long or too short. Need like just a little bit longer, I think, Tony. Too long.
Too long.
Yeah. Way too long. So, let's see. A few washers. It should work. Just got enough room. See that guy sticking out there? So that's gonna work. Alright, y'all, so I'm gonna see if I can get you in here. Let's see if we get hold this guy here. So if I pull, hold on a minute. So if I pull this power steering pump up, this spacer is going to be way too wide for this adjuster. So I'm going to have to mark this and trim her on down to actually get this pump to mount in here properly. So I'm going to do that. Alright y'all, we got her all trimmed down there. So we got to find a bolt now for this thing. Alright, actually the bolt we had in here will work. So we're going to use that. Oh yeah, she works pretty good. Oh yeah. We still gotta clean this pulley out. That looks so much better. Look at that pulley in there. Oh yeah, it looks real good. So, I think I'm gonna move on to the other side. I'm just gonna leave this loose for now. I wanna get a new nut for this because this just looks ugly on here. I mean, you're not really gonna see this. We got this big ugly castle nut, but it is the right thread pitch. And that stays on there, so whatever. So yeah, I think I'm gonna move on to the other side spark plug wires. So I got you guys set up here. We got these billet specialties like spark plug wire holders. I didn't have these on the passenger side when I was doing this, or driver side. So this side will look a little bit better, but that side looks pretty decent. So we're gonna use these as we make these lines. So I'm gonna set you up on a time lapse here and get to rolling on this. Alright y'all, so our power steering pump's on. We got all of our wires routed pretty well actually. It's probably the best I've ever done. I've never used those holders. I kind of like those things. So I'm trying to think what else we got to do. Realistically, all we have to do is get this gas tank in it. Got to get those caps on it. I have the wiring harness at home. I got to bring that and lay it out over here and see what I got going on. This radiator is not right for it. This is actually out of a 3rd gen Camaro, but this realistically should work just to get it running and run some coolant through it and stuff. So it's a pretty good stopping point, honestly. We gotta, hopefully Tony gets the plugs for it tomorrow. We gotta do some mounting with our water pump pulley and stuff, and then we gotta get some belts, figure out what size belt we need. So yeah, get some oil in this girl. We got to get our valve cover gaskets on, but I want to pour oil in this thing over the rockers and stuff like that before we start it. So we'll pull the valve covers off, pour the oil in, and put the valve cover gaskets on. And then hopefully in a few days or something, we can maybe bark this thing to life. We'll see what happens. We need a starter. That's what we need, is a starter. We have the old one that we could just bolt on for now, but I'll get some stuff coming. I'll see you guys soon. Alright y'all, new day. We got some stuffs, we got some plugs, I got a starter. Probably gonna go over this thing and spray the cylinders with some WD just to get a new coating in there. And then we're gonna probably pull valve covers, maybe pour a quart of oil over the actual rockers and stuff, and then put our valve cover gaskets in, and we'll see what we do after that. Check you back soon. All right, y'all, so we got a bolt for our power steering pulley. I'm gonna pop that guy on here. I don't know how you're supposed to tighten that on there. Is it supposed to be a lock washer? I don't know. So I don't know if it's supposed to be a lock washer, but we're gonna put some Loctite on there. And now it's a lock washer. All right. Now I'm going to try to go along here and pop all our spark plugs in. This is what our engine builder gave us. It's these NGKs. So it's a colder plug, I guess. I don't know. That's what he said to run, so that's what we're going to run. Ah, good old rain.
Good old fucking rain.
All right, so we got all the plug wires on here. Got them all mounted. Gonna have to zip tie a couple up together, but that's about that for that. The rest, that is about it for that. I don't know what we're gonna do next. Hold tight and we'll see. You know, every time I do a set of spark plug wires, I just impress myself more and more. Check these guys out. They ran pretty good, man. That passenger side's good too. So, a couple hiccups. I got the plugs that we needed to get on the gas tank. I got to actually cut the pickup because, like I said, they had that thing for racing. Oh, and I got to cut this lower section too. I might just open that up. Try to, like, you know, pop it open. Because, you know what? Actually, looking at this, we're going to need a new sending unit. Because, here, I think this is the old one right here. Yeah, so check it out. You can see the opening goes in there. But this doesn't go as low as that, I feel like. Yeah, that goes way lower than that, so this pickup is not going to work. So we're going to have to order a new one of those. No big deal. They're not too bad. I think they're like 12 bucks or something like that. So that's another hiccup. All right, so the GoPro died there. Sorry. So like I said, got a couple hiccups. Anyway, that's where I'm ending tonight. Got the plugs in, wires on. Got those plugs on the tank. Wish I could do a little bit more here, but the new starter I got has no nuts on it for the actual terminals, for the positive and the actual trigger wire, so that's great. So I got to take that into the hardware store with me and find the right nuts. So I'll probably be back here in a couple days to, I think we're going to move this onto the lift, move this here. We got to move that big thing out of the way. So we'll see. Plan is next time to get the hoses on, hopefully get the lines ran, get the gas tank in, get the like I said, the tranny lines ran, get a filter on it. We need a dipstick. I just showed you I need that new pickup, so we need a couple things here. So I'll be back in a couple days to iron some stuff out. All right, y'all, we got this new sending unit here with a return on it. We're gonna pop this guy in this tank and slap her back together. new gasket, a new holder here, whatever you want to call this thing. Hopefully we're in business. Hopefully. That way? Yes, it does. That would make sense. Lines go to the back tank. Well, front, back. This goes out the rear bumper. So I got this return line in for the power steering pump. I think it's a little goofy routing, but I think the factory one was like more up higher on the head. And so we made it work. She's all tight. We had to get this ginormous plug out of here. Look at this thing. Tony said it was like some old sensor or something. That thing was in there, man. So that's gone. We got this new plug. Got our Teflon tape. We're gonna slap her up in there. We got our harness on. She's somewhat ran. A couple extra wires that I left on there because I didn't know if we we're gonna use the voltage regulator, but we do have a GM 1-wire alternator, so I gotta look up how to wire that thing up. So we're getting there. I may climb in the back here, slide the gas tank in tonight because I got that new sending unit in there. That thing should be ready to roll. Get under there, cut the lines off. There's like old hose on there and stuff like that. So maybe I'll bring you under there or I'll just show you the finished product. But we're picking away here. Realistically, should have almost everything we need to get this thing running. We need a belt. I don't know what we're going to do about a fan because I think Tony took the fan that we had and put it on his car. So I don't know what we're going to do there. But we got pretty much mostly everything. We got to get this thing on the lift so we can get the transmission dipstick tube in. We can get the starter in. We can fill everything up with fluid. I do got to get an oil filter for this. So a few things. I'm going to button some stuff up here. And I'll catch you guys in a minute. Well, I hope that compressor running isn't too big of a deal and you guys can hear. So, where was I? Hey, I got dirt in my eyes. It's crazy in here. So, we got these studs. I had to cut the gas tank out because these studs were so rusted. The nut's spinning on the top side of here. So I'm gonna have to cut these like clamp nuts out. Maybe we can nut and bolt it. I'm not too sure yet. I also have to get all these old hoses off of here, off all these lines, figure out which ones to feed and stuff like that, because some of these are probably vents that we're probably not going to need. And then all the hoses up top there, they're all old as hell. They may be factory, to be honest with you. So we got to cut all that off and replace those, at least the ones on the feed side. So I'm gonna cut all these off, get all this stuff new, and then I'll bring you back once I get it all done. All right, y'all, so I got your place under here. I don't know if you can really see too much, but I'm gonna try to slide this gas tank under here. I don't know if I'll be able to get it in. We'll see.
I don't care, Dad, about the gas tank.
All right.
All I care about is you going helping plan with me, Dad. You need a jack, Rudy?
Yeah, we might have to jack up the back end.
Rudy, you made a new friend, buddy.
Big friend.
My bear loves you so much.
What's up, girl? Should be enough.
on, girl. You're done with that. You need me under there? Do you need
No, I'm
me?
good, man. We're chilling. Tell you right now, it's a lot easier than that Camaro took.
Oh yeah, for sure. The Camaro thing's a pain in the ass.
Well, we do have another problem. These bolts aren't long enough.
No, I gotta fix for that.
Yeah.
I got bolts.
Yeah.
We might have to cut them, but I got bolts long enough. There's all kind of long bolts in one of those drawers, carriage bolts too, just like you're gonna need.
Y'all, we're up here underneath the Chevelle having a lot of fun. We've got some, actually found some, I don't think you can really see these like C-clip clamps or whatever with the nut on the back. Surprisingly big enough to hold these tank up. We actually found 2 of them matching. That's a godsend. And then we had some carriage bolts. We had to cut the ends off because they were way too long. And we got her up in there. So I'm going to tighten these up, and we're going to save these lines for another day because we got to blow this actual feed line out and whatever other lines we need back here. So I'll catch you guys in a bit. Another day. So today, I just got back here. Last time I was here, we got the tank in. Didn't get really any of the new rubber hoses I needed on there. I may do that today. I would like to get under this thing because I don't know what Tony's got going on here. I want to try to maybe fire this thing by Labor Day. Today is Thursday before Labor Day, so we got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Obviously I'm off Monday, so we can see what we can do by then. I'm going to try to do some wiring here. Maybe try to get a wire to the alternator. I would like to get the starter in it possibly. Maybe get the trans dipstick in. If I could do those 3 things today, it'll be good. Maybe mess with those lines in the back if I'm already got my back all dirty and stuff. So hang along for the ride. Let's see what we can do. All right, y'all. We got her all jacked up. I forgot the starter at my house. So what we're going to do is tranny lines and dipstick tubes. So let's get something done. I don't know if I'm going to be able to bring you under there. I'm going to try. See what I can do. So I'm trying to figure out actually how to route these things. I'm going to guess that they go under the exhaust. But I can't tell. Looks kind of close down there. Unless we could sneak them past. But I don't know. What in the fudge? Well, do I mess around forever and try to get it past the header, or do I just pull the header off? Just pull the header off already. Whoa. That sucks. Madness. Thing. Ooh. I got a lot of room now. All right, y'all, we got those threaded in there. Got to do the part on the radiator, but the main part's the trans because everything's in the way. So, next thing will be the dipstick. We're going to tighten these lines up. It's always going crazy. Jesus. There's a lot going on. All right, y'all, we got a trans dipstick tube in. I'm going to leave this header off because I still got to get the starter in. I'm just going to leave worlds of room with that off. Tony found some studs for the carbs. We're gonna get those in, and I'll probably be done for tonight. Oh, Jesus. So, yeah, getting a little closer here. Well, I surely did a lot today without really filming because I was just trying to hammer down. I'll kind of show you what we got going on here. We did get the correct radiator, so we got our hoses in, we got our transmission lines in, we got our starter hooked up, all wired in. Just I made a wire from the alternator to the actual starter, and then we got our positive, and we got our trigger wire on there. One side valve cover in. I got the oil filter on, pre-filled. I got to get this valve cover gasket on, get the header back on. Let me get this plug out of here. When I was pulling the header, I frickin' cracked the porcelain on here. So I got to get another one. I moved it from the third cylinder back on this side. I'm not going to try to do the math right now. Just so I can put the header on so that I can just change out this plug. It's just easier to tighten right there. I got to get some bolts for our water pump setup. So we could get our fan on and everything, and I got to figure out a belt. Tony said he's got some on the wall over there, but I'm hoping that a factory alternator belt or water pump alternator belt will work for this. We will see. Header back on. Got to get oil in it, transmission fluid in it. And realistically, hook up the hose to the tank. I want to clean that line out to the back. Put some fuel in it, hopefully. Get some fuel in the carb and wire up that HEI, maybe just temporary for now, and get some coolant in it and everything, and hopefully she lights off. But odds and ends in between that. So I gotta be somewhere, family thing going on, so I'm gonna come back tomorrow. Tomorrow is Labor Day. Hopefully maybe get here in the morning sometime and just try to hammer away and get this thing to the point where she's ready to go. So I will catch y'all tomorrow. Bam. What's up, sweetheart? Give me that ball. All right, y'all, back for another day. Today is Labor Day. I'm hoping we can get this thing started. I got just a regular basic water temp sensor or gauge with just the manual kind of gauge, I guess you'd call it. We have an oil pressure gauge. I'm gonna put it to the port in the back of the actual block there. I got a couple fittings for that. I got to get the valve cover gasket on. Mess with the fuel lines in the back, maybe just blow out that one, and then I'll fix all those other ones afterwards. There is just one I do have to fix. Hook it up to the fuel pump, valve cover gasket, like I said. We got to wire up our distributor. Do a couple things with the harness here to try to get power to hopefully the ignition switch. Tighten our hoses, get our belt on. We got a lot of stuff going on, so I'm gonna get this temp gauge and stuff in here, and I'm gonna update you guys here in a little bit. got our coolant temp gauge in. We got our oil pressure gauge in. So I'm trying to set some stuff down here. So we just got this guy rigged up with a gauge in here. Coolant temp sensor going to the side of the head. And now we're trying to figure out something for this water pump because we don't have any studs. So what we've been doing, I actually got this, Tony got 2 of them out. I'm gonna get the rest of them out of here. Tony's got a couple spare motors here. These are like big block Oldsmobiles. So we're just taking these studs out of this. So pretty much what you do when you want to take a stud out, you just screw the nut on all the way. You just screw the nut on all the way. Pretty much I always go till it stops on the stud, like that. Then you put another nut on there in front of it, bring that down till it stops, and then you go to the back one and loosen it, and sometimes it works. You gotta really crank on this back one and the front one so it gets a bite on there. Yep, there it goes. She's a coming. So we're gonna get these out, get them in the water pump, get our pulley on, and hopefully a fan or something here too. There you go, there's your stud. So then you just hold these, loosen the nuts off, and clean up them rusty threads and slap them in there. I can't even imagine how dirty my forehead is right now. But let me take you under here. Hopefully you can see. Let me get my phone out of my pocket. I'm dying in here, man. It's hot today, guys. It is hot. So I crawl back under here. I gotta get this ground on this fuel pump and stuff, tank or whatever. So I got that line there done and that line up there, which was a waste of time because that's not actually the feed line. I thought it was, but it's not, because I blew some air through there, some brake cleaner to try to clean whatever junk may be in there. So I got that all hooked up to the tank. I had to drop this like twice. Ugh. So that was an episode. Anyway, I'm gonna have to run up to the hardware store because we try to use studs on this for the water pump, but then when we put this on, even after the pulley was on to space it out more, this fan was smacking into the actual alternator and the power steering pump. So unfortunately we have to, well, we do have to use this spacer. So I'm just trying to button some stuff up here before I go. They close at 6. It's 3:08. So I wanted to do a couple things before I head up there, clean up and stuff like that. But I just poured a quart of oil in it. Gonna pour the rest of them in there probably, and maybe while I'm out I should probably get some gas too, just in case. So we'll see how it goes. I got the water or the coolant hoses all tight. We don't have a freaking cap. Ew, that's annoying. Details, but we're getting there. So all right, parts run was a success, kind of. Got our water pump pulley on with our fan. I got a ground cable on here. I'm hoping that that's just enough to the actual head. I don't know if I got to go to the body. We're gonna stick with that and see what it does. I got a power wire going to the HEI. Nothing hooked up yet, so pretty soon here, I think I'm gonna fill up the trans, fill up like a little bit at least. Maybe try to get 4 quarts in there or something. I want to get a battery in here and see what I got to do here. I got to put some coolant in it also. So yeah, it's freaking hot. We're getting there though. We're getting there. Boy. So I started putting some tranny fluid in this thing. I'm trying to record as much as I can, guys. Sorry. It's just there's some things where it's just like, if I record every single thing I do, this thing will be 3 hours long. And who has the time for that? Not me. So, on Turbo Hydromatic 350s, there is a kick down cable. Well, it's like kind of like got like a It's like a whole cable, and it goes into like this little valve with this little clip, like spring tool or whatever it clips into. So I started pouring tranny fluid in this thing, and it started coming out of that hole because there's no cable in there. So luckily, Tony had a cable that was never going to be used anyway, so I cut it so it's just in there to plug the hole. I had to modify a little bit to get it in there, but after a lot of struggling, I finally got it in there. So I'm going to try to put some more tranny fluid in this thing. And the next thing, I didn't put coolant in it yet. I mean, this is what we got, guys. We don't even have to worry about this power steering thing because we won't have that hooked up. Trans fluid, battery, harness, and coolant. Wow. I mean, that's about it. The harness, I really just need to, if I wanted to, I think all I literally have to do is get the battery in here. I gotta hook up the battery to like the actual harness and see if the ignition turns and works actually or whatever, to see if I can get power out here. Who knows the last time a battery's been connected to this thing. So I'm gonna try to pour the rest of the tranny fluid in and hopefully maybe hook the battery up here soon and see where our powers and stuff are. But getting pretty close. All right, y'all, I'm gonna stab a battery in this thing and see what the heck happens. Alright, battery's hooked up. Alright, go see if anything's on fire inside of there.
Where?
The car. Inside the car.
I'm looking.
Oh, but you're coming this way.
Nope, it's all good.
Let's see if those back up. Oh yeah, they're on.
Yeah, these ones are. That one's not. The two outside ones, right?
Sorry, it's on. Headlights and stuff. Alright, y'all, so we got power to the thing. Seeing the headlights on, taillights turned on and stuff. This light just flashing us in the face. So this thing used to be a manual, so it's got this there was like a neutral safety switch on the clutch, I'm pretty sure, and this is the wire going to it. I actually cranked it over, like just turned the key to the like run position or start position, and one of these got power. So I gotta put these boys together and we're gonna see if this thing turns over. Right, let's see what happens. No. No gas in it either.
Sounds right. It's turning over, right? How about oil pressure? We getting anything yet?
Nothing yet. I mean, it wasn't that long.
Yeah, all right.
I had a dry fire mine, I remember. Don't see nothing smoking, do you?
No.
Okay. Nothing yet.
Should be some oil pressure on there. I don't think I have. I have that other key. I don't have your mom and dad's key. See?
They're fresh like that. They
Yeah. 180.
Oh, it's something in there, Tony.
Oh, okay.
Going on.
Oh, yeah, there it goes. Okay, I see.
Here, watch the gauge. See what it does. You see it moving.
Yeah. So you're saying gas and that wire, or you have a wire already in there,
Well, it's in there. I don't have it hooked up.
and then she should get spark and fire. Do something, some kind of light.
Yeah.
You turn it over, it sounds correct. You know what I mean? No back. I don't hear any backfires and shit.
Yeah.
Starter sounds good.
Rat. How you like them
Actually,
apples?
You could run that to.
All right. So we got oil pressure. We got a big coolant leak. She does crank over. I think I had you on for that. We got power to the coil. We need gas. Oh boy.
Just spray it in a car and let's get it idle. Maybe it'll pull the fuel up. You need more than that though. You need to spray more than that.
Oh god.
See if it fires at least.
Ready?
Yep.
Wow.
How's that oil pressure?
It was on. I mean, you look at all the whole oil moving through.
I want to make sure. I want to watch that. I just can't do. All right, so we need more fuel.
Look at me, I'm a fucking doctor. Did you hear it, Ty?
I heard something here. Not really, Tyler. Not me. Very little me. I know. I'm witnessing it.
Think that's good enough? Or?
Yeah, it should be good enough to idle it until we got fuel up to it.
Is it pumping? Can't tell.
I don't think so.
Sounds quiet.
We need, you know, if that fuel's getting there, it should be there already. It should be in that fucking line. That filter.
There's a little bit.
Okay. Let's do that one. Let's throw a little more gas in it. Just pour it in it. And it should get it up to it, hopefully.
Dang.
It's idling, so. Fuel.
Ready?
Yeah, you got to have that plugged off. That's why it's doing that. Definitely need a plug on that.
Hold that there, Ty. Ready? You got the wire in right?
I believe I do. Try that. Check it, the wire, but I'm pretty sure it's nothing, right? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No fuel. Ran good though. It's crazy. So, as you guys seen, she did bark to life, thank God. We do have pretty good oil pressure, just not getting fuel to it. That's a story for another day because I'm whooped. I've been here since about 11 o'clock this morning. It's 9:23 at night, so I'm done. I'm happy. She idled a little bit. I'm gonna save the rest for another day. So, see you guys then. Man, what a day yesterday was. That Chevelle kicked my butt. So yeah, this video was pretty much just an intro to actually the 1971 Chevelle. This is a car that me and my buddy bought off of Facebook Marketplace to hopefully get running and driving, sell it, make some money. It is a great project. As far as metal wise goes, usually these Chevelles are just rotted. This thing has all original metal on it, no holes. You can go back in the back of it and see that there's no seams on the quarter panels, so there was no quarter work done in the past. We had to spruce up the engine bay a little bit. Interior is in great shape. We acquired a TH350 trans and a 350 small block. The small block was low on compression, so we had it bored dirty over, so it's a 355. We got some new pistons, all new bearings. We got a set of AFR aluminum heads. They're kind of like your traditional, I'd say like a 202 head that used to run back in the day. Just aluminum, obviously, pretty close to that style head that they used to have. And we got a camshaft to match that pretty well. I don't know the specs on it. I do have the card, but I just can't remember right now. Nice set of Johnson lifters in it. Good set of roller rockers. I filmed some stuff earlier on, but it just didn't come out the way I wanted to because to me it wasn't really entertaining. That's what you guys are here for, some entertainment. But we finally got this thing all together, got it in the car, and I mean, I just had it pretty much was all the little stuff, piecing stuff together, you know, running the fuel lines, all the, you know, pulleys, everything. I mean, this thing's kicked my butt over the past couple weeks. Definitely yesterday because, like I said, I set a goal to actually have this thing running on Labor Day, which we accomplished, thankfully. And I couldn't show my excitement last night because I was so wore out. There was so many things. Just this thing had me in a knockout round, man, where I was about to fall, but I just kept getting back up. And we got it done. So today I'm actually thinking about it. I'm like, man, thank God I actually got the thing started, running and driving. It sounds quiet. We got good oil pressure. So it's great. Next video will probably be on the Chevelle of hopefully getting it running and driving. We got to get a drive shaft that has no brakes on it. We do have a front disc brake kit for it. And we got all brand new brake lines, wheel cylinders. So we're going to go through all that. Like get it idling and stuff, getting that fuel up to the front of the actual engine and getting that fuel pump to work. So next video should be pretty entertaining also. Hope you guys stick around. Hope you guys enjoyed that, because as of right now, I did. In the moment, I did not enjoy it because I was just getting my butt kicked. Hit that like, leave a comment for me if you liked it. Hit the subscribe button. Even hit that bell for me if you want to. If you want to know when I upload something, that's great too. Thanks for coming. Thanks for showing up. For now, take it easy.